Hey everybody. Tanner, why did you jump up like that? Lay back down so we can get the story going. You know I don't like it when you jump up like that. Why did you do that? You know why? I'm going to tell you why you did that. You did that because the point I was about to make here on film, I was about to tell everybody, and you heard me talking to you first about men and their muscles. Yeah, you don't want to hear it, do you? I know you don't, but I'm going to continue to tell them too, because you about one of the dudes kind of like I'm talking about. They kind of use you to represent what I'm about to say. And I'm going to talk about our loving men, okay? Which are sometimes known as Tanner dogs. Sorry, but he's a dude too. Anyway, I was talking about, some situations that I had talked about. And like I said, I was telling Tanner because right now he's the only male that I had to dump on. But I want to let you guys know you cannot. Before I put it that way, I got to make you understand why. Because we have so many of you around that will argue a point that I'm not knowing what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to give you some information that will be best for you to understand what you probably have or are going through. Okay, let me go into our bills or whatever it's called, our anatomy. Okay, men, you have all the muscles. You can flatten a woman in no time, a real female. If you wanted to just put every use to what you have and what Father God has given you to use as far as power physically, you could actually hurt a woman. But see, God knew that we would need some kind of protection from all of those muscles. And even though He gave you all the muscles that we can possibly enjoy, He gave us one muscle that can conquer all of your muscles. And that's what I was trying to tell Tanner here when he kind of started acting as though he was really understanding. Anyway, Tanner, are you still listening? Anyway, let me explain to you about this muscle. This muscle is something that you can't conquer, no matter how you think you have or how you think you can. No, you can't conquer this muscle because this muscle is upstairs, and that muscle can be fed at any time. As a matter of fact, man don't even live by bread alone, but it do live by every word which proceedeth the mouth of God, which means it only gets fed into that muscle. And that's where strength comes from. Women, let me tell you something. Men, over time and still today, have physically abused the woman. Because sometimes we've did the same to them, and once we put them in a position to where they backed into a corner, and that's where our muscle will put them. They can't take it anymore because they can't compete. So they go to using the muscle that they have. They have that form of a muscle too, but it's just part of their anatomy which goes into the effect of all their muscles together. But see, we have that one powerful muscle upstairs. And once we put it to use, these tongues can lash your ass. Believe that. And a man cannot keep up. Men, you can't keep up. Quit trying. And when you think you've caught up and you think you won and you think that you have conquered that muscle, trust me, you didn't shut it up. You just shut it down. And that's a dangerous muscle to be around. Because once you shut it down, you know what happens? That muscle builds up. And all it's doing is exercising and eating the right things and taking it in. Getting ready for And this is the God's honest truth, for they don't know what's going to happen. But once it happens and it bursts, then you got directions coming at you that usually causes physical violence because you don't have anything against it. You can't process as much as it's going to put out because you've let that muscle build to a point to where that muscle has exploded, which means now everything that's built up is coming out. And sometimes it can get real nasty. And fellas, I'm telling you this because this is something, Tanner, I want you to continue. I want you to continue to listen to me. Hey, where are you going? What's the problem? You don't want to hear anymore? Oh, get my hand off of you. Okay. So we're going to see. What are you going to do? Okay. Are you going to listen? You don't want me to, you wanted to interrupt me? Oh, you're going to turn your back. Okay, that's fine. You act like a typical man. Don't want to hear it. But that's okay, dude. That's okay. Because, like I said, you better warn your fellow brother dogs. Because brothers, yeah, that's right. Warn your brothers. Because this muscle can get real abusive. And ladies, before I let you go, and before me and Tanner says goodbye, I'm sorry, sir. He can only represent what you call yourself sometime. Hey, dog, I've heard you. So, like I say, when you get ready to conquer that muscle, and I'll probably be back to give you some more tips because you need tips from me and my dog, you know? Yeah, you need tips from us because there's things that women need to know too. And it's a lot of things, but, things have started to complicate me. People have started to act as though they don't know. So let's just tell the truth and know the best muscle a man can have behind him is his female. All right. I'll talk to you later. And ladies, before I go, remember, be careful. Mental abuse is just as bad as physical. All right. Have a good day. Bye, girls.